Anytime you want to get out and see some exciting history as it was made centuries ago, just visit Indian Grinding Rock State Park. That's where we're headed. So come along with me on Cruisin, California. Hop in, buckle up, and we'll take a little ride into history. Don't worry, they won't bite. But these deer are descendants of the very animals that were central to the existence of the Maidu Indians, who lived in this area called Chaussee. Begin your visit by starting in the museum, which is a replica of the Roundhouse, which served as a sort of community center for social and ceremonial events. Our visit is hosted by Charlotte Bertrand, a State Parks aide.
This is an Umacha bark house, and they made their houses out of bark because California didn't have buffaloes. Inside, they had a tiny little rock-lined fire right in the middle. The smoke went straight up out the smoke hole.
Outside the replica of the bark house, just a few steps down the trail, is an amazing artifact created by the very earliest citizens who chose to live in this beautiful area.
We have 1,185 holes that we try to maintain.
These kids are fascinated, and why not? This grinding hole is encircled by a petroglyph, but it's fading away over time, and so are the many others on this ancient rock. Don't you wish you knew what those petroglyphs meant? Docent Linda Smith-Lee is only one of a very few people who are permitted to walk on the delicate stone. And you'll notice she's barefoot. Just what was the purpose of these grinding holes? The answer lies in the lowly acorn.
This is valley oak, this is black oak. Acorn meal is full of nutrition. It has almost everything we need nutritionally. So it was a perfect basic food. Now they pounded the acorns into meal, and after it was soft and fluffy, they took it down to the creek and washed out the tannic acid. Now they didn't have cloth, they had to make sand pits and spread this pounded meal evenly over the sand, then a big cedar bough or Douglas fir over the whole pit, and then poured 10 rinses of water. And the water filtered down through the meal, through the sand, and back down into the creek. And they would taste it, and when it tasted sweet, it was ready to cook in a basket with hot rocks.
To fully appreciate what once went on at Indian Grinding Rock State Park, you need someone to tell you about it. George Smith has been doing that for more than 20 years, logging 12,000 hours as a volunteer docent.
I have a philosophy that is that you're never too old to learn. And here we have an opportunity to educate the people about how the Native Americans survived and how they flourished as a result of all the things, nature that surrounded them. This plant you see is wild soap plant, and it's used for many different purposes. The fibers are used for making brushes. It turns to soap when it's wet. It's shampoo when you crack it open. It's used for fishing by grinding it up and putting it in a stream of water. And it stuns fish and they float to the top of the water, and then you go in and gather up what you need.
The Department of Fish and Game might not be too enthusiastic about that technique today. In fact, they'd throw you in jail. There's a lot more to experience at Indian Grinding Rock State Park. We just didn't have the time to show it all to you. So maybe you need a trip up here to see it for yourself. With Cruisin, California, I'm Erik St.